I went from strongly disliking Pakistani dramas and the concept of drama serials to literally watching 3 Pakistani dramas at the same time, and I'd love to share what I'm watching right now and what I think of the dramas. I don't know how we got here, but we are here. Kabhi Kabhi Tum. This is the first drama that I started watching in recent times, and this drama is about a young, professional, aspirational woman who wanted the picture-perfect husband, and she was set to get married to this man named Adil, and unfortunately, Adil decides to break off the marriage because he decides to pursue someone who is like of a higher social class and much more wealthier than him because he wants to marry up. And it's basically Shardina trying to navigate the situation she finds herself in. She doesn't want to be a burden to her family, and she understands the societal implications and the pressures of being someone that was going to be married and then now she's not getting married. She convinces Adil, her ex's younger brother, to marry her so that they can save face. And basically the show follows her experience getting married to the younger brother and what that entails with all the different relationships, because it gets a little complicated because she's literally married to her ex's younger brother. So far there are about 17 episodes right now. The next episode is coming out in a little bit. I'm very excited to watch it because it seems like things are going to really start to pick up in terms of like the drama side of things, which I'm kind of glad for because I felt like the drama was a little bit slower paced and it started to gradually pick up quicker and quicker in the last few episodes. Personally though, I think the reason that it was a little bit slower was because it's just following one couple and them navigating life and then other people interacting with them, whereas the other dramas that I'll mention to you require involve a lot more people, a lot more characters, and a lot more character development. With Kabhi Kabhi Tum, I feel like we're focusing primarily on like just the 2 characters rather than a whole range of characters. The other characters kind of are just there. There's not as much character growth and development, I would say, compared to the next show. So Noor Jahan is the second show that I'm watching, and this show is really good. I really like it. It's way more fast-paced than the previous one. If you have Pakistani friends or Desi friends or just friends that follow a more traditional like lifestyle structure when it comes to their relationships with their in-laws, etc., this is what you need to watch if you just don't get it, because you will start to understand their struggles a lot more. Not to say that everyone is like that, but this show basically shows the extremes of our culture, unfortunately. This show is about a controlling mother, Noor Jahan, and her 3 sons, and how she basically has full control of their lives and their wives, essentially. I would say the main thing the show does is basically highlight everything that goes wrong and all of the pressures that women tend to face, and even sons or husbands tend to face when they get married and they have to interact with other in-laws, and just how our society is kind of really backward. And even if you have a lot of money or if you're very educated or well-to-do people, you can still be very unfair. And so that's what this show is about. It's really interesting. You kind of get right into the story from the get-go and you realize things are really off. If you're not someone that's very well versed with like Pakistani societal politics, I would say, maybe you'll find it like really shocking and whatnot. I did kind of find some of this stuff a little out there, but I know that that's just kind of how, unfortunately, some people or a lot of people in our culture tend to behave when it comes to their daughter-in-laws or their wives or their daughters, etc. It does seem a little bit extreme, but I think it is the reality for a lot of people. So it is an interesting watch. And I remember talking to someone and they were saying how, you know, like no one really talks like that, or this is not how people deal with relationships in Pakistan. And my response to that was that it may seem that way because they're saying things that you wouldn't normally say to someone's face, whereas some people definitely would, but a lot of people don't, but they still feel that way. Like they just have a better way of hiding it. And also the fact that it is a drama, obviously there's going to be more dialogue so that they can convey the messages, and not everything can be conveyed effectively for drama purposes through just body language. So I think that's why some people kind of get turned off, like myself, from dramas, but it's very much how a lot of people think. So far, this is probably my favorite one in the bunch, and it is the most binge worthy. I'm very excited to see what's gonna come in the next couple of episodes. I will say one thing, if you guys want me to do like a more thorough review of the episodes as they come out, like every couple of episodes, I would love to do that for this drama because I have so many thoughts. I literally have like a spreadsheet of my opinion on all the different characters. But I will say one thing, I'm very excited for Sumbul finally to have like something positive in her life, hopefully, but let's see what actually happens. The third drama I'm watching is a drama called Bismil. I did not expect this drama to be what it is because I went in not knowing what it was about. It was just recommended to me and wow. I would like to argue that this drama is a little bit extreme, but I've been told and explained, and I know that my reality of the world is very different from the rest of the world and how the rest of the world experiences life. So this drama is about a young aspirational woman who is a recent graduate who hates people that like have all the luxuries of life and just enjoy life, but she also pursues it and wants it for herself. She hates the rich, but she wants to be rich, and they show pretty clearly that that is her main goal in life. She just wants to pursue power and wealth because those are the people that enjoy life. Everyone else, even if you're doing fine for yourself, if you're not really rich, you're not really enjoying life, you know, you're still answerable to someone essentially. So basically it's her journey of trying to find a sugar daddy and just live the life. And I think what's interesting, I don't obviously watch that many Pakistani dramas, but I just feel like this is like a more unique way of showing like this young female character, because I feel like they're usually like, you know, the achi bachiyan, and like they're just like perfect wholesome people and like really masoom, which is ironic because that's her name, Masuma, but she's not very innocent. So basically it follows this person that is trying to get essentially a sugar daddy. She's essentially a gold digger, and she just does not want to live the standard life that is expected of her, which is just to marry within her own class and settle down. She wants to marry up. She wants to marry way up. And basically, I guess the plot twist here is that instead of pursuing someone that's about her age or the son of the really wealthy businessman, she wants to pursue the actual businessman, or like the person in charge of all of this stuff. He's a much older man, is probably less suspecting than the guy or the son that's about her age and more age appropriate. So I guess that's the plot twist, which I did not totally see coming, but I kind of saw it coming. I don't know. It was a wild ride when I was watching these episodes. So this drama definitely made me a little bit uncomfortable, but what I liked about it, or I think I will like about it, is that it will show that all that glitters is not gold. She's going to pursue this wealth and this money and prosperity, but it's going to, she's probably going to realize that that's not all that matters in life, and that, you know, you can't just ruin a whole household for your own personal gain. Like, there are consequences to your actions, and she does not realize that yet, and she will eventually realize that based off like some of the promos and the teasers that I've seen. Like, things are gonna go crazy for her when she does eventually like marry well. I don't know if this is like pretty common or standard for Pakistani dramas. According to the comments, it did seem that way, but let me know in the comments down below, because I don't know entirely what to expect. This is whole new territory for me, and I was just going crazy watching the show because I was like, this is too much for me. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think is going to happen in the show Bismil, and if you think that this is like a pretty common like, how do I say this, like a trope in Pakistani dramas, because it seemed like it was, but I don't watch enough Pakistani dramas to really know. I've watched like a lot of the very classic stuff from many years ago, from like 15-20 years ago, I guess. So I don't really know what's going on these days, but let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.